topic right now. Birth control.
Yes.
Okay. Please talk to me or us about your journey off birth control.
It was a wild journey.
And you're not the only one, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the ladies in the back, speak up.
Yeah. So I feel like there's a lot of TikTok trends right now about stopping birth control and why to stop it. I stopped it before it became a trend. So I was kind of alone living all these symptoms. But now a lot of girls are stopping birth control because of all the side effects that do come with birth control.
Like what?
Just the fact that like with it balances your whole hormones. It's not so girls that usually start it at a very young age, so around 13, 14, which means that they don't really go through puberty because
it offsets puberty.
It does.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So us girls, when we decide to stop it at like, let's say 28, 29, you start living all those puberties and, just learning to know who you are as a person. Just because, and I've read so many stories about girls that were with their boyfriends while they were on birth control and they stopped birth control and their boyfriend that they were with for like 5 years was not the type of guy that they were searching for anymore, just because of that full hormone change.
Whoa.
Yes. So there is a big impact on your hormones. The side effects that I did have after were more like mood, like extreme
mood swings.
Yeah, mood swings. I could have so many emotions during one day. I'm sorry to my ex for living through all those emotions.
Jeez.
And a lot of acne.
Really?
Yeah. So
like visible?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like on the face and stuff? Or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I've always
that
had.
Sucks, man.
Yeah.
Sucks.
And I mean, like when you're a teenager, I feel like it's normal. Everybody sort of kind of go through it.
Yeah.
But when you're 26 and all your friends have like super nice skin and you're stuck with hormonal acne, it's a bitch.
Yeah.
And it worked a lot on my confidence though. So I worked a lot on who I was as a person, discovering who I was as a person inside. And that's when I started becoming more confident in who I was instead of focusing on my physical aspects, which is hard because I do have a friend right now that is going through the hormonal changes of birth control, and she's going through acne right now as well. And she's like, I don't understand. I've never had acne my whole life, and I just stopped the pill. And I'm like, you probably would have had acne when you were younger if you didn't start birth control that young. So I'm like, you're living all those side effects right now, and it sucks. And she's like, I don't I don't feel pretty, and it's hard, and I understand because I've been through that. And it doesn't, like, I still have acne prone skin, but I don't have like the flare ups that I used to have.
When it affects your look, it fucks you up.
It does.
I look, I'm not going to say I understand because I don't, okay? But I do understand the aspect of not being comfortable in one's skin and not liking what you portray to other people. And that can affect you a lot. It affected my entire life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. And you kind of have to...
And I think women rely on it more.
Yes.
Because I can just say, who gives a fuck? I'll put glasses on and a hat and I'm good,
Well, women, because we have, all this aspect of we're supposed to be feminine, we're supposed to be good looking, we're supposed to be, this and that.
Yes.
And especially right now with everything that you can change in one's face. So with like all the injections, the Botox,
we see it enough at the gym, right?
Yes, yes. So all the things that you can change to make yourself pretty. And all that, that pressure of being like that, I feel like once you're not in that norm, then yeah, you do feel like an outsider, and you do lose that confidence. And I just feel like it's important if ever you are living with that hormonal change, and you are living with even not on birth control, like with acne, just that it doesn't define you. It doesn't. And if you have you are a good person. If you are a good person, I knew I was.
Okay.
I knew I was. I'm like, I'm a good person, and I shouldn't let this define who I am, or let this, let people think that I'm less of that because I have acne.
Yeah, of course.
And I just felt like, you know what, I'm going to meet somebody, and if I meet somebody, they're going to love me for who I am and not not for my physical aspects.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's easy to say, but I had that hormonal acne for probably 2 years. So I had a full 2 years to work on myself. And I probably would say that at the end of the 2 years, I started to feel and really believe that the whole, everything that I'm saying right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, was there anything else that you like that you noticed, like apart from the mood swings and the acne? Was there anything else that like was affected?
I like when I was on the pill, I felt like it was hard for me to lose weight on the pill, which is weird. Yeah.
Yeah, especially if you're competing, like, fuck.
Yeah. And I would always like, retain some water. I would always be like this type of fluffy, like I've never been fat, but I mean, I've, just like this stubborn fluffiness that I couldn't get rid of. And once I stopped the pill, then it just completely all flushed away.
Water retention?
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. What else did I go through off the pill? I was going to say something and I completely forgot.
Okay, no worries.
That's pregnancy brain, guys.
Thinking about the cookies.
Yes.
Just sidetracking right now. What do you recommend for young women? Like, what should they do? Like, one, they should, do their information about it to see like what is the better alternatives. But are there other alternatives? Like, what do you do? Like is like, I don't know, is there other ways to go by it without destroying your fucking hormone structure?
So yeah, the thing is, with any type of birth control for women, it all affects your hormones,
Really?
except the I only have the French term.
Was it stérilé?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the T-shaped thing you put in your pussy. That thing. You know what I mean? That's in English, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I don't remember the English
okay.
word. They do have the copper one where there's not supposed to be hormones, but it is so tight around your uterus. It creates inflammation in your uterus. Yeah, I had a friend that had that and had so much inflammation around her uterus. They had difficulties taking it out.
How's sex? Does the guy feel it? Like, is it?
They
like,
do sometimes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I've never had one.
Okay.
I've only had birth control and the Nuva ring, I think it's called. So it's the ring. Some guys do feel the ring, and I've heard that they do feel the stérilet.
The stérilet.
Yeah.
What is we're losing, like, we're just sidetracking right now. We're forgetting our words.
I
We forgot the
know.
Liam Neeson movie where
know.
the T-shaped thing that goes in your pussy.
Yeah.
Hey, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll improvise.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, well, one, there's a stigma behind it too, right? Like, you should take it, you should take it, you should take it, but these young girls are just lost. Like, what the fuck should I do? Like,
Yeah.
should I follow the TikTok trends and not take it? But what if I fall pregnant at a young age? You know what I mean? And as we know, we're not going to fucking hide it. Young women, girls, are having sex younger and younger.
Yes, they are.
So it's going to happen. So do you have, like, in your opinion, what is the the alternative to let's say that a young girl that's 14 years old is in a relationship and she wants to have sex with her boyfriend, whatever, or 15 or 16 or whatever. Okay, the proper age. All right, I don't know because I'm a guy and it's like fucking 14, right? So, like, what if they want to have sex but they don't want to get pregnant? Like,
Yes.
What should they do?
They should, like, no matter what age, just do your research on any type of contraception that you could. So, I mean, if you want to use the pill and there's a different type of pill that works for you, then good.
Yeah.
Like, do your research. I decided to go completely 100% non-hormonal, so I decided to like pull-out method or condoms. Yeah. So I decided to go with that. So like that's practicing safe sex.
Yeah.
The condoms, not the pull-out.
Yeah, the pull-out is kind of
And there's this whole misconception about being pregnant. So the only time a girl can be pregnant is usually just 5 days in a month. So it's not the whole month. It's just the 5 days. I think it's like
after ovulation or whatever.
Yeah, it's like 3 days before ovulation and then 1 day after ovulation, and that's where your chances are of getting pregnant. So keep track of I used to have Flow, the application.
Yeah.
So I would write down when I would have my cycle, and Flow sort of, even if you're not regular, because I have a lot of people like, yeah, but I don't have a regular period. Flow, what they do is, I'm saying Flow because
Yeah.
I use it.
Shout out Flo.
Yeah. And so that what they do is they kind of calculate on your past months when you used to have your period, and they kind of predict your cycle even if you're not regular. So yeah, so what I used to do is I used to track the ovulation, and I bought these ovulation sticks from Amazon. And every time I was close to my ovulation, I would use the sticks to make sure I was ovulating. The only thing is, and if you do use ovulation sticks, they are hard to read. Because once you do pee on them, you could have, the thing with ovulation sticks is the 2 lines will always be there, but they have to be the exact same color for it to mean that you're ovulating.
Okay.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't know that. And so yeah, that's what I used to use. But even then, I mean, that's what I did, and here I am. Here I am, pregnant.
Yeah.
But
pull out game age strong, huh?
Yeah, no, but not even. I wasn't practicing.
That's gonna be a clip. Shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wasn't practicing
Safe sex.
safe sex. Yeah. So and I did. I mean, once I was close to my ovulation, I saw that in my application it said I was ovulating soon, and I did the stick, and it said that I wasn't, but my application said that I was ovulating. So I was like, oh, it's probably just the stick. That's not good.
Accurate, yeah.
I'm probably ovulating right now. No, the stick was right. I was ovulating a couple of days later. So that's when it,
Jeez.
yeah.
What a journey.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, like I mentioned young girls, but we're not gonna fucking hide the fact that these young girls are having sex at a young age.
They are.
Like, yes, I recommend you wait until 18, 19, okay? But it's not happening. Okay? Let's be fucking honest with each other there. It's not happening, So it's good to see that there's other alternatives. For sure. Because
Yeah.
these poor young girls, man, like I've been seeing it a lot. It's wild.
Yeah.
Their hormones are all over the place.
Yeah.
These poor girls, so lost,
But I feel like when I was younger, if I had more of
Options.
more of information on how a
yeah.
cycle works, or what does ovulation mean? When can I be pregnant in a month? I mean, if I had all that information when I was younger, I mean, we had sex courses, safe sex courses, I think it's called. And we had like 2 of them, but I learned absolutely nothing
You
from
learn
those
how to
classes.
put a condom
And
on a
that's
wooden
it.
dildo.
And that's it.
That's what you did in science class.
Yeah.
This
That's it.
45-year-old girl that slept with one guy in her entire life, okay? That's who showed you.
It's
okay?
yeah. And I mean, I had no information on how a cycle works. What's an irregular cycle? We didn't have tracking apps during that day, but I mean, we do now. So I feel like this should be important for girls to be using and tracking and know how to use it. And we don't. It's like we're scared of talking about it, because if we talk about it and we show them how it really works, they're gonna have more sex. But it's happening anyways. It's just happening in
we are
a
living in a
safe way.
sexualized society.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's happening in an unsafe way. And if I feel like if girls had more info on how the complete cycle works, and how you really do get pregnant, then safe sex would exist a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about modern society and how fucked it is and how sexualized it is for these young kids. They're so lost. Like, same thing with me. Like, I learned about sex from porn.
Yep.
Yep. Which is wild, but that's what it is. And don't act like you're not the same way, because you are. Okay, that's how you learned about porn, and that's where you saw your first, your first pair of titties. It was a great moment, but it's unhealthy as hell.
It is.
And that's not how a relationship works. That's not how sex works. You do not have a 12-inch dick. Okay, that's not how it works. So I don't know. There should be like a how to in real life for young men and for young women, because this is like, we live in a sexualized society, man. And it's sad to see these kids, like, they're like exposed to so much intense shit at a young age. Like, whoa, I have to do this. No, you don't. Not at all.
No.
And
it creates fake expectations as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Both emotionally and sexually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I used to be a special care counselor a while back, and there was like this poster in a place I worked, and it was kind of like guys have this unreal expectation because they get all their expectations from porn, and women on the other side have all this unrealistic expectations for romantic relationships because they get all their information from movies, you know, all these romantic movies and series that they see. And it was funny to see that, you know, yeah. So a lot of, and I think it was to show that we have all these expectations and we don't know how the real world works.
No, we
Yeah.
don't. No one
Yeah,
does.
no,
No one does.
no.
We're just surfing on the wave right now.
Yeah,
you
but
know?